American sprinter, and I hope I do not say the name incorrectly, but Sha'Carri Richardson. She apologized for testing positive in a marijuana test. Now, she expressed great regret Friday morning for testing positive for marijuana. She was on a Today Show where she apologized and said, as much as I'm disappointed, I know that when I step on the track, I represent not only myself, I represent a community that has shown great support, great love, and she apologized for the fact that she didn't know how to control her emotions or deal with her emotions during this time. Now, just to recap for people, the U.S. Doping Agency on Friday announced that Richardson had accepted a 1-month suspension. In accepting the penalty, Richardson's results from the U.S. Olympic trials have been disqualified, and she forfeited any medals, points, and prizes, as mentioned in a statement. She tested positive at the Olympic trials last month, where she established herself as a gold medal contender by winning the 100 meters in 10.86 seconds. And that's pretty fucking fast. For a person that used to do track, that's pretty fast. Now, she said she knew the rules, but that her use of marijuana was a coping mechanism after finding out that her biological mother had died. Quote, we all have had our different struggles. We all have had our different things we deal with. But to put on a face and have to go out in front of the world and put on a face behind my pain. Who are you? Who am I to tell you how to cope when you're dealing with the pain or you're dealing with a struggle that you've never experienced before or that you never thought you'd have to deal with? Who am I to tell you how to cope? Who am I to tell you that you're wrong for hurting? Now, she is aiming to become the first American woman to win the Olympic 100-meter title since Gail Devers back in '96, after she posted a time of 10.72 seconds in April. From what I hear at the moment, and we'll make sure we get this confirmed, that she is still available to go and compete in the U.S. Olympics. But it's pretty short. And from what ESPN said earlier, they said regardless of whether she will be cleared for Tokyo, Richard said this isn't the end of her Olympic dreams. She's only 21 years old. She's really young. She's got plenty of games left in her to compete, and she has plenty of talent to back her up because everything that she does comes naturally. No steroid, no anything. This incident was about marijuana, so after my sanction is up, I'll be back and able to compete, and every single time I step on the track, I'll be ready for whatever anti-doping agency to come and get what it is that they need, unquote. So GPS, I say, look, we were all young once, and, we slipped up, but in this case, this goes back to what we talked about with mental health. Mental health is very important for those that are black and brown, because we don't have a lot of support behind us at all times 24/7, and sometimes we have to steer ourselves away from the world, and we have our own certain ways to cope, whether they're good or bad. True?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to give you 70% of that.
Damn, I deserve an 85 at least.
Okay, here's the other 30. Sha'Carri Richardson is not new to this sport, their rules, the game. You got to know they're testing you before and after probably every time you step in and off of that track, before you step in and out of that building, for any and everything. I don't believe a woman of her caliber, even her age, would have purposely went and ingested marijuana in any shape or form and said, oh, it ain't going to come up. I'm going to go take this and it's going to be fine. No. Now, do I think somebody slipped her something? I do. Did she get a hold?
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell you something.
Please
You're
explain
talking
this
about
conspiracy theory.
Yeah, let's hear this conspiracy theory.
Let me tell you something. They're testing you for every possible thing that is out of order from the time they say, okay, come in, to the time you go out. Because everybody that's been in the Olympics has been tested for every and anything in between. Okay?
Okay.
You can't sit here and say she got here running the fucking 10.6 and, okay, look, I'm sorry, I'm dragging this out. How many people you know smoke weed, and then go out and run. And run 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 faster. I've never seen anybody on weed stimulated. I've always seen them relaxed, maybe philosophical, mellow, just that and third. It's never made them run fast. Hell, it makes motherfuckers. They got songs about weed making people hungry.
No, I've known people that taken weed that didn't actually ace their exams.
Okay, so it may enhance brain function, but running is muscle function.
True.
That's different.
Okay.
True.
Anybody had anatomy and physiology? Raise your hand.
Hell no.
I know I didn't, but I know that's
well, look,
I ain't goddamn chemistry. Bunch of fucks over there.
That's
you had any biology or chemistry? Look,
boo.
It's not that kind of. It's not that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's not like a steroid, and that's what a lot of the cannabis folk are coming out of the cannabis community. They're coming out and force this, man. They're like, you gonna ban her for taking something like this? It's not a steroid performance drug. It's just weed. But I agree with you. She is a professional athlete.
Right.
If I'm correct, you are a professional athlete. You know the terms when you signed that contract with the Olympics, the terminology that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you knew damn well you smoked that weed, what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I
don't think she knowingly did it. That's my whole thing. Look, I know what Cortez. I'll tell you what. If she did, stop today.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some mentors in the game. I don't care if they come NBA, NFL, NBL, soccer, whatever.
You mean MLB? Okay.
MLB.
There you go. NBL. No, MLB.
I ain't been smoking, but
yes. You've been drinking, so that's a different story. So.
And in the on season, don't you take anything stronger than GNC. Okay.
GNC ran out of business, bro.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're still around. They're still around.
Oh, okay. Online, I guess, because the one near me got shut down. I mean, I agree with everything. I think what happened, man, she's at a party because they party at the Olympic compounds. They be partying and everything or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or at these meets, they go out, get a few drinks, man. Sometimes you get a few drinks. Some people need to smoke some weed to go with their alcohol. I think that's how this went down. Because keep in mind, you can drink alcohol and still run in the Olympics, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, you might be staggering when you're running, but it happens.
Now, I mean, you can get tested and they find it in your system, but usually cats that smoke weed usually drink alcohol that goes along with the weed, or they had some alcohol before they had the weed. Right. I think that's what might have happened, man, because she's 21. She's 20, young girl, young lady. Don't say young lady. Yes. And she just made a poor decision. Mm-hmm. I think they should just go ahead and let her run. But I got a funny feeling. The problem is, and I look at all the news outlets. Fox is blasting her for, they say, well, she hates America and she did this. And I'm like,
that was all over Michael Phelps. And
thank you.
Now, she's got this one thing. He actually had some medals behind his name. She's trying to get the fuck in.